Good morning to you all. Penny and I are in the office and we are working on getting some videos done because we need to put some stuff away. I was out with Penny yesterday, took a thrifting break, and I need to show you what we found. And I am Sandy Wilhelmina, and we are here on the farm. The sheep are way out in the pasture today. It's sunny, windy. It's about 50 degrees, and if it wasn't windy, a sunny 51-degree day would be too warm for my sheep, who we moved their shearing day out. And the weather has been not too bad since our original appointment, so of course we could have had this done. But that's okay. So Jenny and I hit some of our favorite places, and they were good to us. But first, I want to show you what I got from Amy Danielson. I was at her sale and I bought a few things. What does this have under it? Oh, but she sent me this because we love sheep, and so does she. And thank you, Amy. And I hope Amy's having a good day too because this was very sweet. And I bought this because look, it has some Scottish fellows, and I don't know. Let's see, it's Keystone Publishers, Highlanders in native costume at the Great Forth Bridge, 1.5 miles long, spanning the Firth of Forth, Queensferry in Scotland. And then this says that it was made by, and then there's this whole thing on the back. Now, I have not read it, but you could take a screenshot if you want to. Even gives the latitude and longitude. Says it's the highest bridge in the world. Wonder if that still holds true. Where is the date on this thing? I don't see one. Hmm. Hmm. The llama said. Hmm. That's the kind of thing they say. And I'm not even sure what's in here. I know I bought a few things, but I think Amy, ooh, this was $1 at Lock Brothers in Palmyra, Pennsylvania. What a cute little box, isn't it? Gonna have to reuse that. And I do a lot of work, oh duh, with my research that often requires a magnifying glass. And this is quite handy for being out and about and having it in your pocket. That is something I bought from her. And then she sent me, what is this? Oh, it's a sheep. It's a little sheep ornament. Oh, see if I can break him right. Good thing we have glue. So he can go hang out in the window where I have some of my other stuff. Cute. Thank you, Amy. And she also sent me this cute plate. I think I'm getting spoiled. Dragon House. And it can be hung up, which is perfect. I am going to run out of room really quickly here. And I can't remember if I bought this from her. Oh, look at that. That is the cutest fabric. And it also has some other animals. I think she stamped this. Where did you get such cute lamb stamps? Goodness, a rooster. And then I got some other mail. And again, I can't remember what I bought and what I didn't. But this is from Deb Wilson. Thank you, Deb. And I got some of these wonderful, let's see, maybe stickers. I think they're just paper, but a bunch of farm related stuff that I can use. Farm, sweet farm. Amen to that. And I think I purchased a few of these postcards because, of course, sheep. And it says 1906 to Miss Dora Doherty, Stockport, Ohio. Ooh la la. This is the U.S. Coast Guard Station in Pentwater, Michigan. 1953. Dear Boys and Lassie. On these, I'm not sure. I must have purchased these. And these are from Rome, I believe. And it might have been after the war, which makes it sad. But I can save out these parts that are whole because I can't, like, I could cut this around here. Maybe save the porches and add something to them. This has really pretty portico. So we'll see. And this one. So these to me look like tourists. And then she sent me the Constitution American Export Lanes to, let's see, something about school. So that'll go in the file for using in a school journal. Thank you, ladies. Okay, where should we start here? I bought a silly frilly pillowcase. It's got lace, which is obviously not old. And I don't know how comfortable this would have been to sleep on. It must just be decoration. But I thought taking this apart would be really pretty because the fabric underneath is really soft. It's probably satiny or whatever. I wonder if I can find a fag. But what a pretty color. It's like Tiffany blue. It says full, oops, Wellful Group Company Limited, standard size pillow sham, 100% polyester, dry green only, made in China. But look at all the fabric you would have on this side. And then you could take the lace off of this. So if nobody wants this at my next sale, I will be taking it apart and maybe I'll throw the lace in for a tea dye. But I'd really rather someone bought this and did it themselves because I'm run out of time. I've got a wedding dress upstairs that's been waiting my attention. Okay, and I don't need fabric, but this is, I thought the color was pretty awesome for my vintagey journals for covers or anything you want. Reminds me of ticking, but it is not ticking. It's just a piece of fabric. And it doesn't need tea dyeing or anything. Then I picked these up. Oh, I'm just going to close it upside down. And these obviously are, I love that crinkle crinkle sound. I know a lot of you don't like it, but I do. Crinkle crinkle paper. But I think these are the ones someone might have talked about. Yep. We've all these plastic ones. Oh, these are cute. I just thought they were pretty. And I intend to put some lace on these. So what I do is I just clip the end and I wrap them around. And then I do put a little pin in them. And they look cute sitting in a basket. You can hang them up if you wanted to. So that's the plan for these. And some of them will just stay on my desk because I work on the bigger journals. Sometimes I wish I had a big clip. So these have many places. And now I think they need to go somewhere else. And maybe I will sell them with lace on them. If you guys think that's cool, because man, do I have lace with and fabric. Fabric would look really cute, wouldn't it? And this came from this thrift store. It says the best wishes to you. And again, this teal color is so, or teal blue, Tiffany I meant. So this pulls out, and this apparently was a fit. This is stretchy, strong and stretchy, like, I don't know, bead wire or bead thread, or it looks like fishing wire, only stretchy. And look at that, all the keys. And there's these little dots, wings, which you know we can always use on something else. And I'll be using this box for something else. So I guess that you make a little butterfly key. I think those are cute. And you obviously you don't have to make a butterfly key. Some different styles, and I like the size of them. I think I have some that I bought that were little. And there's some hearts and some pretty cool, right? And the box will show up again. That would be cute with a little journal in it, wouldn't it? Cute, cute, cute. And I'll show you some of the cute books. This is Hawthorne's, the House of Seven Gables. Look at the cute little cover. And it's just this big. It's just beautiful. Someone loved this book. It's texture. And it obviously has been loved and used. And it's from the Morningside Sanatorium, which was a tuberculosis, can't talk. Um, well, I don't know if you call it a resort or a hospital. It wasn't an insane asylum, as they called them then, but it was one of the first in Wisconsin that would take people with tuberculosis, and it was right by the lake up in Madison. It had a beautiful setting. So I'm planning to get a few pictures of that and some more information about it and putting it with this book. I'm probably going to offer it for sale. So if any of you want this before my sale, the first Wednesday of the month, contact me. Um, an introduction by George Parsons Lathrop, the Salem edition. And this well-known books. I love these ads. 1893. The paper is pretty much toast. The first copyright was 1851 and 1883, and this is 1893. So, but it's apparently had some incidents with water here. And it does have like chapter headers, some letters. See behind the counter. First customer. The little shop window. Now, wouldn't it be fun to read about the shop window? And maybe this could be a journal all by itself. I think that would be really fun. So somebody better get this book before I get to it. You can contact me about it. And as always, I got a good deal, so I'm able to make a good deal. You guys can just check in with me. Otherwise, it'll come to the sale. Unless I really change my mind. Is that another fly paper? Fly leaf? So obviously it is ready to be taken apart. A lot of these pages would be good for collage unless you back them with something, but you could see how crumbly they are on the edges. The inside pages aren't as crumbly, but it's thin paper. I would say even thinner than typing paper that we have now. The Scowl and Smile. I always got called Scowly. It's because I needed glasses. I didn't see, I was always squinting when I was teenage. Um, and nobody knew. So anyway, we didn't know I needed glasses. So if you're interested, this cute little adorable book is available for now. I'm not sure how long that'll last, so hurry up and email. This book is beautiful, obviously well loved, and it does have a title there. That's the back. Needs a little glue, but that's why we have glue. And it is a little crooked. And I would be willing to sell this if someone was. This obviously had some water damage, but nothing is ruined by it. And this has thicker paper, but I think it will crack, um, at least around edges. So you might have to back it. And funny thing is, it was published in my hometown of Elton, Illinois by David C. Cook Publishing. And they had also an office in Chicago, but they had a great big building. And when we were kids, we always wanted to go in there and see if there was stuff they left behind. And there are a few um, illustrations. This is about a young Dutch rider. The man was Mr. Bailey. So I think you would have some fun with this. And again, you could just copy me. Pony kept up the killing pace. See page 26. There's, let's see, about 100 pages. And it's nice thick paper. And you might not have a problem using these sewn in on these inner pages. So contact me if you'd like that book. You can contact me about anything really, because most of the time I will let it go. I know no brides, and I'm not, I'm already married, but this has nothing to do with brides, but it's really a cute little instruction book. And it says, when requiring needles, oil, parts, or repairs, look for the red S. There are Singer shops in every city. And I think this has a date on it, and it's in really good shape. Look at that. They're a semi-gloss kind of page. The first copyright was 1915, and this one 1940. For the Singer machines. And it has lots of really great old drawings of them or illustrations of the machine. So if you have one of these hanging out, and some of the pages are loose, but overall this is kind of like new to me. But there are some loose pages. Trademark on the arm of every machine. Excuse me, get the hiccups all of a sudden. So if you have one of these machines, that might be fun if you don't have the instruction. This was a bride's wedding collection from the editors of Brides magazine. Gosh, I could probably use that for backing tags. And have this nice decoratable, is that a word? So what came with this, or came with this, are a bunch of envelopes. And they have pretty little designs on the back. That design is on all of them. I have a bunch of them. Any brides out there who might want this up before I start dishing them out? These are little envelopes. How freaking cute is that? And this happens to be one of my favorite colors. So you could put these in, and then the invitations would have had "you're invited" on them. So there's a bunch of those. This was 2 sets of this, I believe. There was a loose one and a one in the box. And the paper, oh my goodness. It is beautiful. It's kind of, I don't know if you call that watermark. It's a little textured. I don't know if I can even show you that. You can kind of see it. So I have those. If any of you would like any of that, again, let me know. I want to sometime do like drop sale, and I just need to get my apps done. I'm getting there. I found this adorable little book. Go After a Life of Love. And of course, Poppy's always do it. So it's the planner. A few stickers left. Be wonderful. We're all wonderful. And it does have a little bit of writing in it, but not much. I think move in must be college. And she must have been working in a sewing class. So it has no dates on anything. The last day of the month has this beautiful paper, Live in Love, in October. But they all have these really cute little borders that you could cut out, and this would be cute as a cut it in a square. You'd have a little dangle if you backed it, a dingly bit. You could use these on the side of a page, you know, trim it like that. And you could use this side if you wanted to not, well, it still has, you could cover that up though. That's why we have glue. The world needs what you have. But all the corners of the main page have these pretty flowers. There is so much possibility in this. Wild and free. Poppies. I'll just skip through. That's just there to be pretty. The daisies. There's so much good. Best year ever. Let love grow. Poppies. I love poppies. I've always tried to plant them, but they never grew. Between goals is a thing called life that has to be lived and enjoyed, said Caesar. So, my goodness, this would be a great journal if you're into that. Or, holy cow, the things you could take apart in this. It's just really neat, and I'm glad I picked it up. I personally would take this apart and probably will if nobody buys it. Hint, hint. Not too subtle. I picked up a calligraphy book we've all seen before. I've had this before. Calligraphy Made Easy, and it's in really good shape. 2016. And it obviously it gives you paper to practice on. But then look at all these words that you could cut out and use. Projects. So you get frames. But we've all seen these, so watercolory. Gosh. So if you haven't seen one of these, grab it up. Piccadilly. I'm running out of safe places to put things. They're not gonna fall. You may hear a craft a lamp. This is my favorite thing, and I paid too much money for it. But I really like it. Love songs old and new. Fancy spine. Well loved. Probably well traveled. Wait till you see this. Obviously, yeehaw for grunge. The ghost of the writing. Myra from Frank. Christmas 1907. And this is, well, I guess semi-gloss is what I call that, but these are by Clarence Henderson, who is a well-known illustrator of his time and now. Decorations by Will Jenkins. Pictures by Clarence Underwood. and check it out. Copyright 1907, October even. And these are songs. I think the pages might be a little messed up because what happens is they tip in the colored plates, so they are usually the first thing to come out. And what I love is all of this. You wouldn't even need to keep the words. To Celia. And I looked this book up, but I had trouble finding one exactly like this. They printed different versions. It's pretty. Love's Young Dream. And the pages are kind of the same. A Fond Kiss Goodbye. You can see these are thicker at the edges because they've come out, but they were tipped in the glue. But any of this could be framed. I am not sure if I'm going to sell it. I don't know. Greedy me wants to keep the pages. Sleeping Beauty. I think that's who that is. He's proud and she's like, oh, brother. I'll show you the prints. Look at that. That is what made me pay too much for this book. Yay, Scott. And this is where it's out of coming through the rye. This is kind of out of I don't think that goes with there's a Scottish song. You know, after the quilting party, it says. Beautiful. I thought at first that these were Harrison Fisher, was the lady style about that time. That's when Gibson got famous. And he and Harrison Fisher were doing these early on. And then it became the style. But there's another one. I want to see them all again. Looking at the fire. Maybe it was snowy outside. And they were in with the fire going. But isn't that amazing? They would have to be backed. But oh my gosh. And maybe taking pages out of that and putting them in packs. We shall see. This I got for pictures from the oil. I don't know how you say that. And I used to paint. I used to do things like this on people's walls, especially mine. You never knew when he came home if he was going to get painted or not. And this is from 2001. And I got it for the pictures. They're just cool. It's under copyright. So I have to look into how that goes. But so shows you how to paint fabric draped walls. My parents moved into their place. I should take a picture of the door that I painted. Mom's was into wildlife rehab. So I painted a little squirrel at the bottom of the door and they put one of those covers on the door that looks like you're walking out to a patio or you're looking through the window into a garden. I never buy wrapping paper, but I bought this. I don't think it's very old, but ooh la la, right? There's 2 pages, big pages of that. This, drop part of it. All the words to all the songs in the Reader's Digest Children's Songbook. This is the lyric booklet. So it's all the words, and this is newsprint. of the songs you find in this book. It's a big one. Spiral binding. Oh gosh, I don't hope I don't hit the camera button here. Got some big books. And I probably wouldn't take this apart for myself, but look at all the music. And they all have really cute little headings on the pages. And this book is like brand new. There's Kermit. It is from, where's the date? I know I found one. I think I did. 1985. So vintagey. And how much fun would that be? A Whistler and his dog. And it's those pastel kind of colors. So if you're into that, I thought that was a cool book of music. I don't know much about Andrew Wyeth except he and I think his dad, very well known illustrator. I gotta move my mouse. Dry brush and pencil drawings, and they did this for a loan exhibition at the Fog Art Museum in 1963. And here's all the sponsors, Harvard, and I love pencil drawings. I am working on that giant art journal or journal with lots of art in it. And I thought some of these would be perfect. And they have the explanations. Oops. Get that. The happy cow. There were some not so happy things in here. The hunter. But the other ones are, look at the beehive. I've been collecting stuff for bee journals. Is that good? Wouldn't that be fun? Where'd she go? I really like that. This I got. This is paper. I know you're supposed to use it for labels. I don't know if I'll use it for labels. I'm not sure. But how fun to stamp and do some stuff with. So I am going to save that for Sandy. Oh, let's not have a crackle-inch. Hopefully I've got everything over here. I always forget something. I got a pad of paper. I've had it before. And it's really cool. So these are what I'm sharing. I have a little peeky. It looks like stitching. Boy, we got good light today. Show you quick. These will show up in paperbacks unless someone wants them. Half hour already. Goes like that, I think. And it does have that glitter that doesn't come off. Pink one of those. I did save some of this because it all kind of would go together in a pink journal, which I seem to like to do all of a sudden. The colors are so pretty. Pastel-y. I like this one. And they're one-sided. So you don't have to pick a side, any side. And there's this one. Giddy up, right? Giddy up. I've had that before. I'm not sure what. I probably shared it. And I think that is going to do it for this video. I'm looking around. Oh, there's one more book. See what I mean? Images of America, Smithsonian books. A really nice linen cover that's a really dark blue. Panorama of history in photograph. And Carol, if you're watching and you want this book before I take it apart, let me know. She's She has a collection that's about photography. There's so many cool things in here. I wonder how old it is. From 1989. I like these, as you know, love at first sight. You've seen that on the front of one of my journals. Just her in color. Oh, he's scary. New York. Oh, and I have taken up 2 pages out of this book already. I have some marked. I marked some of them, but Greyhound. And I penciled some of them. That will go in the stash for music journals that I'm going to make. So I guess it sounds like I'll be taking this apart, huh? Paperbacks, paperbacks, police journals. That has to go in a pirate journal. A few war stuff, but not much. Medical journal or nurses. I got a lot of ideas. And that is Matthew Brady of Nellie and Jesse, U.S. Grants, U.S. Grants Children. I love this. There's a crazy clothespin again. So that is what I have for you today. I have been doing some stuff and I will show you in a different video. I have to gather up more stuff that I've done, like these tags. I love the old writing, and I got a book that has all kinds of old writing in it. I can read it, but it's hard to read, so who cares what it says, right? Hopefully it's appropriate. So, okay, I'm going to get everybody's orders ready today. This is the night of, is it the 9th? Yeah, April 9th. So not doing too bad. The sale is on 4th. So I'm gonna get those done so I can get them out by Monday. And keep an eye out in your email box. I hope you all have a good week, a good day, and hug your loved ones. Smooches from the sheep and Penny and Louise. And that should do it today. Thanks a lot, you guys. Appreciate all of you. Bye now.